Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Faith, for everyone who does not know, and today I'm going to lead you through a fun yet simple watercolor tutorial, and we're going to be painting a bunch of different kinds of leaves in this video. So first I am going to be sketching out all the different leaves, and I first draw a line, the middle line in the leaf, the vein, and then I branch out from that middle vein and draw more, as you saw me do, and then I go around and I start with one side first and doing all the curves and lines that need to be done on that one side, and then I repeat that on the other side. Don't worry, I had to erase and retry on some of these, but they're pretty easy to replicate. Probably the hardest one is the first one I did, but once you get the hang of it, it is pretty easy and fun. If you like this type of style of video, please consider subscribing or liking the video, as that tells me you enjoy my content and want to see more. Okay, and we have all of the leaves sketched out. You can do whatever leaves you would like to. You do not have to do the exact same as I do, because the process to paint them will be the same for any leaf you decide to paint. So first, we are covering the whole leaf in a thin layer of water, and then I'm taking a sort of rust brown and a little bit of red, and I am putting that on the upper part of the leaf, as you see, and I'm letting the water do the work. This is called a wet on wet technique, and it gives you a really nice blendy effect, which we want for these leaves. We don't want them to be hard and patchy with the colors we are using. We want it to blend nicely, and we place the colors intentionally so they blend nicely together. And then I'm taking that pinkish red color and I'm working my way down the leaf while it's still wet. And then I'm taking a moss green, but whatever green you have would work, but I recommend the moss green because it is more of a earthy tone. It is not too bright. And then I'm taking some yellow and I'm dabbing it just wherever it fits. And then I'm taking the red brown again and I'm dabbing it on the edges. Then I'm gonna let all this dry. And then of course, I did not hit record when I was doing the veins of the leaf, so we do not get to see that. But basically, I took a brown and a detail brush, the same brush I was using for the leaf colors, and I basically do one straight line for the main vein, and then I branch out and do the smaller ones. And then that is your first leaf. For this one, we are not doing a layer of water first. I am taking a brown red, so I mix some brown with some red, and I am covering part of the leaf with that color, and then I dilute it a little bit with water and mix a little bit more red in. So these colors are all a bit muted, a bit brown, because those are the way leaves usually look like, but some leaves can be very bright as well, so it's just your personal preference. And then I'm taking a yellow and I'm putting it at the bottom with that layer of brown red. It seeps into that layer, creating a little bit of a gradient. And then I'm just really dabbing the same color, varied in how dark or light the red is. So you can play it around with it, have fun, experiment with different colors, because every leaf will turn out different, and that is the beauty and fun in doing these leaves. Then I made sure that the layer was dry. It doesn't take very long, but it is important to make sure it is dry, because once you start painting the veins on, they will start to blend and get a bit blurry and muddy, and they just won't look as nice if the layer is not dry. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the stem and then the main vein, and then I'm branching out. And you don't have to do every single vein, just so that it looks like a leaf. For the next leaf, I'm covering it with a layer of water. It is yellow water, but we are going to be putting yellow on it anyway. So I'm taking a orangey yellow and I am spreading it around and dabbing it. And then I'm taking a lighter yellow and putting it on, as you can see. And then I'm taking a brown and I'm dabbing it on the bottom part just to create some texture and something more to look at. And then I'm going to let that dry a little bit and add a little bit more droplets. If you don't want something to spread as much, just wait for it to dry a little bit, not completely, because then it won't spread at all, but just wait a little bit and then dab your color on and it won't bloom as much as before. And then I'm taking the same brown color mixed with a little bit of yellow and painting the veins in and the stem. Then for the next leaf, I am once again covering it with a thin layer of water, and then I'm taking various shades of red. So this is a more pinkish red, and then I'm going in with a more orangey red, but whatever reds you have will work great. And I'm just going to go along the edge of the leaf with those colors, dabbing them and making a nice perimeter with the colors. Then I'm taking a darker red and putting it along the outside as well while the leaf is still wet so it blends in. So instead of doing just a darker red or a brown color for the veins of the leaf, I decided to use some yellow gouache. This is the only time I am taking some yellow gouache mixed with a little bit of white gouache, and I'm using it for the vein part again, and it gives it a bit more contrast. Next leaf, I'm taking a rust color, which is brown mixed with some red. And I am covering the whole leaf with that color. Then I'm dabbing it here, putting some more strokes there, as you can see. And then I'm taking a orangish yellow and putting it on a part of the leaf, just to create a little bit of depth and a little different color variation. And then I'm going on the edges of the leaf once it has dried with a dark brown color and just outlining the edges. And then I'm doing the stem in the same color and the leaf veins as well. Next leaf is going to be similar to the leaf on the left side that is all yellow. So I'm doing a bit of a darker yellow on the edges, and then I'm taking a lighter yellow and putting it in the middle and letting it spread out. And then I'm taking the same yellow and going around the edges. I am just creating some bumps and ridges. And then I am taking a darker yellow ochre, using that for the stem and the veins. And then of course, probably one of the nicest leaves that I'm doing here today in this video, I forgot to start recording. So what I did was I covered the leaf in water once again, and then I went along the edges with a red with a little bit of brown to mute it down a little bit, and then on the inside I did yellow, as you can see. There's not really any rules, just whatever your preference is. You can make this leaf whatever different colors you want. This is what it ended up for me, and that's the fun of painting these leaves. And then once it all is dry, I go in and do the veins and the stem with a dark red color. If you like these type of tutorial videos from me, please don't hesitate to comment down below your thoughts, and I will definitely take them into account, and I would love to create and share with you all some more tutorials in the future. And we have made it to the end of this watercolor tutorial, everyone. Thank you so much for making it to the end, and please let me know if you did any of these leaves. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing if you did. Leave a comment or a like so I know you enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next video, everyone. Goodbye.